Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of the Munce Report, as all roads lead to Ipswich this weekend for the big Ipswich Cup Day meeting. Joining us as usual is trainer Chris Munce and John Bird from Unibet. Welcome lads. No doubt you would have seen a few Ipswich Cup Days over the years. Chris, you won it as a jockey before with Umpala and you've gone close to winning it as a trainer also. So what's a more enjoyable day out on which side of the fence, as a jockey or a trainer?
Well, there's plenty of good sights to be seen as a trainer. I can assure you of that. It's a very busy day. It's an interesting day, but it does tend to go quite quickly.
And your memories of Umpala? I mean, most people may remember Umpala running a big race in a Melbourne Cup, but what are your memories of Umpala in the Ipswich Cup?
Yeah, well, look, he was a really good galloper, just an improving sort of galloper at the time. I was able to get aboard him. John Wallace had brought him over from New Zealand, and he come over as a Class 6 horse, and I'm not sure. I don't think he won that many races, but John was able to find the key to him, and he ended up winning the Ipswich Cup, and then he went down to he also won the Caloundra Cup, and then he went to Sydney and was narrowly beaten in the Metrop, and then run third in the Melbourne Cup. So he was a mighty galloper.
Sure was. And Bertie, yeah, no doubt you would have seen a few Ipswich Cup Days over the years. You've got any Ipswich Cup Day tales?
It's a bit busy day for me, but I did go one year in 2013. Tony Patillo did his one for the Battlers and came back after a collarbone and wrist injury and won it 40-1. So I thought that was a pretty good day for the locals.
Yeah, I'm sure they would have partied on through the night, anyone that got on there. But yeah, I'm sure it'll be an even bigger Ipswich Cup Day this year. Of course, didn't happen the running last year, given COVID and everything. So sure it'll be a big day for everyone that gets out there. It's also a big weekend for the stable with a dual-pronged attack on the Eyeliner Stakes. But before we get into that, let's recap last weekend's highlights. Chris Bedini's girl, brave again, running fourth in the listed Oxlade Stakes.
Yeah, she's had a fantastic prep, this little girl. Unless she hasn't won, she's raced in the top grade every single start this time around. So I'm not sure whether I'll give her another one or put her to the paddock, but she does have a couple options that she could go to in the coming week. So I'll just assess how she works leading up into that before we commit to running her. And either there's a Class 1 at Eagle Farm on Wednesday week or the 1,000-metre race at Caloundra. Okay,
no worries. Well, yeah, as you mentioned, has been a great prep. No wins as such, but obviously she's given her owners the big thrill of racing in top company throughout, a Group 2 placing to her name. So obviously she's enhanced her value there. And I think the total is, she's won more than 38 grand in prize money from the 4 runs. So a great ride for Connections there. And Birdie, unfortunately, we just missed out on the special place uplift, just with her narrowly missing out there on a placing.
Yes, it was a shame last week. It was great value for all the Munce Racing Club punters. They did their money, but I just hope they got onto the Zaki special, which would have got them a bit of money back if they stuck with it, because it was a good uplift as well.
Yeah, certainly was. I'd hate to think what that one turned over. It was a pretty good offer. So hopefully some of the Munce Racing faithful jumped on there. No joy with the quaddie, so we won't talk too much about that, but hopefully the task of getting the quaddie becomes a bit easier now that the carnival, I guess, thinned out a little bit with some of the interstate runners, and I guess for the most part the fields aren't as big. But let's get into the weekend preview, guys. We'll start with Friday's twilight meeting at the Sunny Coast. Valley of Dreams has entered for a benchmark 72 over the 1800 here. Chris, it's been a great prep for her and Connections, Hancock's bloodstock team, and she was a narrow second at Ipswich last start over the 1710 metres.
Yeah, look, I've had it in the back of my mind just try and stretch her out. This filly, she's a big, leggy, extravagant galloper, and I think that she'll be better suited over a trip. But she's drawn really well on tomorrow evening. Larry Cassidy rider at the 54 kilos, so I think it gives her a good chance to run the trip out strong and give us a good guide as to her future, whether she can stay or not.
Yeah, she's obviously raced over the 1800 once before, which I think was a her last run, last preparation, when I guess she probably had enough. But all indications are you think that this trip will suit?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, her work suggests that it will. And Larry, after he rode her the other day, was quite confident that she would also. So yeah, look, it'll be a good race for her, and I do expect it a race to be hard to beat her.
Very good. Well, we don't have any prices yet, Bertie, but you've sort of run your eye over the form. You agree with Chris's assessment there that she'll be in the mix?
Definitely in the mix for sure. There's 2 or 3 starters out of her race last week backing up in this race. And there's another couple of races that the horses are backing up in as well in this race. So if put it all together, it looks a tough race. But if we can get, I'd say $5, something like that, Valley of Dreams, I'd say we a pretty good bet for Friday.
Okay, we'll keep an eye out on prices. We're recording this obviously Thursday, sort of late morning. So we'll see what the prices say later on. Let's turn to Ipswich on Saturday, where there are some prices out. The stable has 5 runners engaged for Ipswich Cup Day, headlined by Boom Sarah and Stampy in the listed eyeliner. Chris, we touched on these 2 last week, obviously after their runs the previous week, and they're both heading in, I guess, with claims from different races. Boom Sarah kept fighting in the Cutest Gold Jewel, and Stampy's back from Group 2 company.
Yeah, well, they're both going really well, these 2 horses. Boom Sarah started to, in my opinion, show that he's racing into a bit of form the other day when Huey rode him, and Huey gave him a terrific ride. So if he can repeat that sort of performance again, he'll certainly, we know he's got the ability, and he's a quality galloper, so he certainly can never be discarded. The other horse finally draws a barrier. Stampy, he's raced all prep from bad gates and still run very good races, in my opinion. So I'm just hoping that up to the 1350 from a good draw, it gives him his chance to show us his wares.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, Bertie. Well, two runners here. What does the market say about both of their chances, and what are your thoughts on the field?
At the moment, Stampy $16 and $4.40 the place. Boom Sarah is $10 and $3.10 the place. Hasn't been much action in the race betting elsewhere at the moment. But what we're going to do this week is bundle the 2 horses together, and if one of them runs a place, you'll be getting a dividend. And at the moment, we're going to bet you about $3.50 for either horse to run a place.
Very good. So that's enhanced odds. So normally, what would that be for either runner to run a place? Just general odds?
General odds, it's probably about $2.20, $2.30 chance.
Okay, and so you'll uplift it to $3.50. So
uplift to about $3.50 it will be.
Either of them runs a place. Okay, very good. All right, we'll send that offer out in the email to Munce Racing owners with a few details on how to take advantage of it. But sounds like a pretty good offer, Bertie. So give them both strength, and let's see what they can do in the eyeliner. Let's move over to race 1, which is the Bundamba Plate, Cutest 2-year-old handicap. 1350 metres. Millwood lines up here, drawn well, barrier 1 for Jim Byrne. And Chris, was a good run first up a fortnight ago at the midweeks.
Yeah, really good effort. Adam, he was a bit fresh, raced a bit above himself, and sort of loomed on straightening. Then the last bit, he was just collared by a horse that's in this same race, Durrani. But I just think from a good draw on Saturday, the fact he's had a run under his belt now and he's a lot fitter, I can just see him getting the right sort of run, and Jimmy's going to be able to ride whatever sort of race he wants to give him his chance to win. But he's certainly a nice colt by Almaha, who's got a bright future.
Yeah, we've spoken about him on the show before prior to being named. He was the Almaha Hull City, and you obviously, anyone that has watched the show regularly in recent times would have seen your assessment. You've had an opinion of him.
Oh, he's a nice colt, very nice colt. Yeah, and he's a good-looking horse with it. Got a lovely head and body to go with it. So I sort of always was a bit guarded as he racing as a 2-year-old because of the Almaha factor, but he's copped his work and he's racing very well, and he's just kept on improving as he's got older and more mature. And
a bit of extra incentive for him to run well, I guess, for the stable, because you've got the half brother as well.
Yeah, the better than ready half brother. He's a lovely colt. He's been in the system now a couple of weeks now, and he's doing everything right with a good nature, similar to what Bellwood's got.
Well, very good. If I believe there are still some ownership opportunities available in him. So if anyone is interested on more information, they can email admin@munceracing.com.au. Bertie, that's race 1 on the program. What's the market say about Millwood here?
Well, there's been some interest in Millwood already. We've got a couple of $100 each way bets and a couple of $50 bets on him already. Must have been bet elsewhere as well, because it's $8.50 into $6.50. So yes, there's definitely interest in Millwood.
Okay, one to keep an eye on, and obviously we know Chris is happy with him. So very good. We move over to race 4, which is the No Metro Wins handicap over the 1350. Wowzers entered here. Unfortunately, no joy. The barriers 21 here. Not so fortunate with the draw, but finds a nice race here, being a No Metro win, and does love this track and trip. 3 starts, 2 wins, and a placing.
Yeah, look, he loves Ipswich track. It's a shame he drew where he did, because I thought he'd be extremely hard to beat. He's been very honest this whole campaign, and he's raced very well in good company races too. So well, I just thought that No Metro Win was the right race for him, but I've just got to talk to his owners and decide once he's closer to the race whether he'll actually run or not, or whether we wait for another day.
Okay, that's of course BK Racing and Breeding owners there. Bertie, what does the market say about him from the wide draw? Wowzers.
Well, Wowzers is a $7.50 chance. It's been steady in the market. But once again, the Sydney horse coming up, the Scone horse, Luna Mia, has been $5 into $4.20 with a couple of $500 bets on it already. So but good chance that Wowzer might blow out in the market, especially with the barrier.
Yeah, if Chris does decide to run after that chat with the owners. So we'll keep an eye on what happens there, if he does run or is a scratching. Then we move over to race 5. The final Munce Racing runner on the program is Polisipan, who we've spoken about a few times in recent weeks. Steps up to the open 3-year-old company here after taking all before her with 3 straight wins to kick off her career. Joy to all's franked that form from her last win, Chris, but I guess this is her toughest test today.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, Amish Boy coming out certainly enhanced her chances, but she's a good galloper. You can't ask her to do any more than what she's done, 3 from 3. So she's only obviously been, so you think she's only going to get better with time and maturity. But tomorrow, even if she doesn't win, so long as she runs a good race for us, so as we can head to Sunshine Coast in a fortnight over a mile, is a race that I do think will suit her nicely. But well, having said that, I do think this is a good competitive race for her to be going around in.
Yeah, I guess it gives you another guide of where she's at before she steps up to that other race.
That's right. Look, as I said before, she's so you think, I've got no doubt she'll run a mile. So this will be a good. It was either run her Saturday or I'm going to have to give her another trial somewhere in between anyway. So I just thought we might as well go around and let her go to the races, and I'm sure she'll do us proud.
Sure, she will. Obviously, the Connections have had a great start with this filly, and Bossy was the winner last start. Craig Williams aboard here from Barrier 7. Bertie, what does the market say about Polisipan?
The early markets did have Amish Boy in the prices. With it coming out, Polisipan is now a $3.80 chance, and we've had a $500 bet and a couple of $100 interest in it already. So it's a good chance. Chris is confident $3.80 is going to be a good odds.
Sure. Well, winning form is good form, isn't it? So obviously, you can trust it. So good luck to everyone involved with Polisipan. Bertie, that's the runners for the Munce Racing Camp this week. Any other Unibet offers worth mentioning or not in play as yet at the time of recording?
We're still working on them. They will be there, so you'll be able to send them through to everybody with your email later in the week.
Sure, and also people can check the vault for any other Munce Racing or specials outside of the Munce Racing specials coming up.
And the other thing about the eyeliner we didn't talk about was that Chris has ridden the winner of the eyeliner twice. So the jockey trainer double will be a pretty special one for him if we can get an eyeliner.
Sure. Yeah, Chris, what are your thoughts there, and just memories? Obviously, that the eyeliner goes hand in hand with the Ipswich Cup.
Oh, sure. I mean, it's they're both 2 iconic races, aren't they, on the racing calendar in Queensland anyway? And I mean, I won first one on Roman Senator for a trainer called Brian Wakefield, who was a very, very good trainer here at Eagle Farm. And then my second winner was a horse called Beltane for another Eagle Farm trainer in Kelso Woods. So, yeah, no, it's a good race. Takes a nice horse to win it. And hopefully one of my guys can do it for us tomorrow.
Yep, give him strength. Okay, guys, well, that's the wrap for this week. So thanks for your time and insights, and good luck to everyone over the weekend.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Adam.